Just coming into Murray Bridge, start of the journey. Pole number 1, Murray Bridge. Piece of piss, love doing these steel poles. Nothing to them, apart from if they are rusty down the bottom, but this one's all good. And here's Tearley Reserve, back to the level that it should be. Here's the playground. This was all underwater when it come flooding through, but all back to normal now. No dramas at all. There's your boat ramp. There was fish swimming around at that ramp because it come right up over the road to the other side. All good now. You're not allowed to throw the carp back, so please place your carp in the bins. That's for anyone that's fishing, and maybe if there's dead carp on the side of the river, probably when it was flooded. But fancy a sign like that. It's illegal to throw the carp back in the river. Welcome to Karoonda. It's not quite a big sheep, but it's a large one. Good old Karoonda. A couple of wedge-tailed eagles and trees on their sides. Not bad at all. More big sheep. The old kelpie. Love the artwork on the silos. Oh, and the magpie in the tree. Just out on the country roads, heading to Loxton. I'll just get my camera crew, well, it's really my camera lady, to hold the camera, and there's where we're heading to. Good, so we should be there, what is it, 60 k's to go, about a half hour or so. Hey Roman, we've got fishing worms for sale, $5. You could make a fortune with all your worms in your worm farm. They're just in the box. Second stop, Loxton. Here we are. What is it? 12:05. Pole number 3. Here's the old tree of knowledge. Just lets you know how high it is. Or how high the water goes up to. That was 2022 where we thought it was pretty high, but then go up there to 1956. Wow, now that's a flood. Unreal. Who would have thought? Yeah, big pelican. And what has he got in his mouth? Carp. This is the first one of 9 here in Berry. I'm not going to bore you to death with showing you digging them poles. I'm just going to show you how good is this one. No digging at all. So how easy is that money? Woohoo! Makes up for the ones you have to get the crowbar out, and it's like concrete though, so you take the good with the bad. Now there's a worry, a poly cable at the base. Got to make sure you don't cut them, otherwise they'll want to make you pay to get it fixed, or you sit there and fix it yourself. But I've just done 5 poles here in the laneway. There you go, the big orange. As big as any pineapple you'll see. A bit more silo art. At Paringa. There's a big Murray cod caught by the bridge. And what an old bridge that is. That's some great artwork though. Good old Paringa Hotel. They've got accommodation there and everything, but we'll be heading to Barmera to stay the night, as I've got lots to do tomorrow in Barmera. Okay, day one. We're at Lake Bonnie, or what is it, a Discovery Parks caravan park. What is it, 278 for 2 nights, so not too bad. Own little what is it, the Superior Cottage, and I reckon it's got a smaller TV than the standard cottage. Yeah, but there's the pool. It's got a bit of a view, lawn. Hey, what more do you want? Not bad at all. Room and 4 bunks as well. Bathroom shower, it's pretty cool. Don't know where the light switches are around here. Oh, of course, on the other side. But yeah, not bad. Okay, people have asked me what I do for a living, and basically I just dig holes and fill them back in, but that's just one part of the process. You've got to date to show them that you've been here and it's the right pole, and you've got to drill the pole with said drill bit and auger, and there we go. Make sure there's no base rot or any hollows, cracks, whatever in the bottom of the pole. It's more if it's rotten on the inside, then if it is, you've got to calculate the bending moment of when the actual pole's going to fall over. These are pretty right. They're from, I think this one's, you've got to check all the information. This one's 1963. It's a Y-class pole, Pinus radiata, 20 feet in length, and class 24, batch 24, and the M signals where it was actually done, which an M might be down the southeast, it could be interstate, could be anywhere. Then you got to count the lead-ins going in from the to the houses. You've got to measure the circumference of the pole. You've got a little plug here where you have to plug back the hole. We've also got a depth gauge, so you can go in there and you can see how far it goes in. This one's about 120, I'd say. You can see it. Yep, there's the 120. And then, shit. Then you plug it back up. Let me try and get that. And just screw it back in. Then, yeah, you got to put all the information into the phone and then give it the old hammer test. Just to see whether it's not hollow or anything. And then fill it back in and go on to the next one. We're in Barmer at the moment. It's a chilly 5 degrees when I started. I've soon warmed up and I'm sweating underneath my clothes already, and I've got another 31 of these to do. So obviously I'm not going to bore you with doing any more, and away we go. Hard day's work, working for Bastards Incorporated. There we go. Last of the poles. Well, I shouldn't say last, but 31 today. It's the last of the 31, I should say. So you beauty. Now to go for an ice bath. I am hurting big time. So wow, big day. I reckon Tony Shaw could even kick a goal from here, kicking out from full back. Be lucky if it's 40 metres between goals, maybe 50 at the very most. Unbelievable. Obviously just a kid's ground. Here we are on the beautiful Lake Bonnie, just opposite that little football oval on the other side. And a funny story about the jetty here. Let's go back 46 years. We were only kids then, you know, 18, around that age. And they had a diving platform out there on the end of the jetty. And we'd been jumping off and all that sort of thing. And this hero, he comes out. He was cut like he was a proper diver and everything. So he was trim, taut and terrific. But he had his leopard skin budgie smugglers on, and he was balancing on the end of the diving board, like with his toes, and he was just going up and down, trying to get the right rhythm, ready for a big, I don't know, double backward somersault or whatever. But he slipped, and it scraped down the front of his legs, front of his chest, probably hit him in the old fella as well on the way down, hit him under the chin, on the side of the face. He come up near unconscious, bleeding profusely from the face, and we couldn't even go out and save him. We were just laughing too much. Eventually we got our shit together and dragged him in. And yeah, what a mess he was. But yeah, showing off big time, and it backfired. Just one of the funny stories. Joe, Lloyd and myself, and there would have been probably half a dozen girls on the end of the jetty, and yeah, the hero in his leopard skin budgie smugglers. Oh, was it funny. You get them. It's a bit different now from back in the day when I was 16 and had my little Tirana. We come round here with the Tirana Club and was chasing rabbits. Had one lad sitting up on my roof with a blanket, and the rest of us clowns were in the car, and we chased the rabbits around through this scrub, mind you, through this scrub. We're talking 1976, and when we see a rabbit, we'd go belting after it, and then the lad on the roof would just jump off and flying after it with a blanket, and we ended up getting a half a dozen. Obviously that house wasn't here, and The scrub's probably a bit thicker and longer and taller than it was back then. But the fun you have when you're 16 and have no worries about anything in the world. And there's a rabbit just out there, so they're still around. Maybe I'll take the full, oh, there it goes. Maybe I'll take the full drive in there, and I don't think I got much chance of running after one and tracking it down. But yeah, fancy taking your little Tirana, your little baby. It had a 138 in it, 3 on the tree, and then I put a fully worked drag motor in it, and away it went. Top 6 cylinder at AIR. The old Lake Bonnie Hotel, and it's at the site of the cottages. Geez, it didn't have very big rooms, but there's a big fireplace, that's for sure. And down the bottom there was a store and a cellar. So there's the lake out there. It was a hotel, and then bong on, and that's the store and the cellar down there. Here, bit tough in the old days. Someone loves their artwork. They've put kettles and teapots and whatever all the way along on the top of the fence posts. So don't know where they've got them all, but it's something different. Nothing like an ice bath, that's for sure, in the middle of winter. Here we are in a beautiful Waikerie. Couple of poles here. The Big Yabby. Looks great. What's the other one? Healthy River, don't know. What I love about Waikerie, all the rubbish bins are oranges. How cool is that? Just coming into Neriupta. One pole here and then off to Lindok. Coming into Lindok, 3 poles to go and the journey's over. Okay, last pole of my Jenny Craig 3-day adventure around the state. 80 Lindok Valley Road, last of it, last of the digging, yo beauty. And there was the second last pole on the other side of the road. So yeah, 3 days of torture. Got to look at, I don't even know how many poles I did. It's got to be up around the 62, 63. Over and out, heading home after this one. Spotted, coming back from Lindok. There's looks like a HJ Commodore down the back there. Don't worry about these ones, these are for sale though. HQ 1 tonne, looks like another HQ 1 tonner. Kingswood, And I can spot a HR over the back there. Another Commodore, another HZ down the back. So yeah, all good cars. A little bit rusty, needs some work, but it's got it all. There'd be, I don't know, maybe 100 grand's worth just in projects.